What's up, Next Level Young Adult family? Pastor Matthew here. Super excited to continue this conversation about what the Bible has to say about stewardship. Now, at the Young Adult Bible Study, we learned that culture doesn't really have much to say about this whole idea of stewardship. That actually, we're kind of exposed to this whole idea of just we deserve this. And stewardship is all about being found trustworthy. And so we talked all about the parable of the gold bags, parable of the talents, and just how in that story that the master found other people trustworthy of different things, and just how they were all called to be good stewards of what was given to them. In the same way that God gives us gifts, God gives us abilities, God gives us what we have, and everything that we have is not our own, but we're actually called to steward these things, the gifts that we have, the finances that we have, the time that we have that God has given us. We're called to be good stewards of that. And so for this time together, we just want to talk about what does the Bible has to say about stewarding our time. And I get it. Young adults, we love being busy. When I was in college, I was actually addicted to busy. I actually found a lot of worth, a lot of value in being busy. And when someone asked you how I was doing, my response was always, I'm tired. But I always loved and was really proud of all the things that I was doing. And I was doing a lot. I was a full-time college student. Online classes in like 2015 to 2019 were not much of a thing. They weren't very popular, so I was in person at FGCU. I was doing my internship leadership academy program at Next Level, which was Tuesday, Thursday, while I took classes Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I was serving in our church on Sunday. I had a girlfriend at the time that's not my wife that we dated all 4 years, so very serious relationship. And then we also was starting the beginning of Next Level Young Adults, where I was starting a Bible study on campus at FGCU, and I was really, really busy. But here's the thing: is I was not very intentional at the beginning of my time. So this whole principle of having a Sabbath, my response to my leaders, my pastors, was really, I don't have time for a Sabbath, which I get it. Hearing you say that out loud, maybe you feel the same way, but also when we look at the Bible, it's like we're instructed, it's actually a biblical principle, and it's actually a sin to not take a Sabbath. And so once I understood that, man, I had to look at my schedule, get really intentional about what the things I was saying yes to, meaning that if I said yes to something, that means I was saying no to something else. And so we, as a young adult community, we just simply want to help. We want to help you rest better. We want you to be able to find rest in God's presence. We want you to be able to do all the things that God has called you to do. And I get it. Some of you need jobs to support your life, and you do need a social life. You need to find friends. You need to find time with your family, and some of you guys have really serious relationships that you want to steward. And so, how can we do that? Well, tonight I really would love to just read a little bit of scripture and then give some practical tools and create this conversation about our schedules and how we can be good stewards of our time. So, Exodus chapter 20, verses 8 through 11 says this. It says, "Remember the Sabbath day by keeping it holy. 6 days you shall labor and do all your work." Verse 10, "But the seventh day is a Sabbath to the Lord your God. On it you shall not do any work, neither you nor your son or daughter, nor your male or female servant, nor your animals, nor any foreigner residing in your towns. For in 6 days the Lord made the heavens and the earth, the sea, and all that is in them, but he rested on the seventh day. Therefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and made it holy." So if God, the creator of the universe, can take a day off and keep the Sabbath day holy, so can we. If Chick-fil-A, who is a great organization that works hard and is profitable, and one of the most profitable fast food chains in America, can take an entire day off to honor the Sabbath and take it whole and make it holy, so can we. And so tonight, your leaders are actually going to get a resource called 21 Zones. This is the principle of it, is that in a day, we split it up into 3 zones: morning, afternoon, night. And so the Sabbath is really just three consecutive zones that are free. And this isn't just time to just bed rot or do nothing, but actually do something, spend time with God, keep it holy, and actually find a rest for our mind, body, and soul. So I would love to have a conversation around what that looks like personally for us as a young adult community. So we love you guys. I'm gonna kick it back to your group leaders to kind of create these conversations. They have some questions, but I would love for us to kind of talk around our schedules and what might be getting in the way of us being able to take a true Sabbath. And also, what are some things you gotta say yes to some things we got to say no to. So, we're just super excited for how this is going to be really fruitful for the lives of us as a young adult community. So we love you guys. We'll kick it back to your group leaders right now. We love you.